I recreate the past. I do the research. I put together costuming, reproductions. I went to historical sites and I was really pissed off by the interpretation of African Americans. When you go to some historic sites, especially places of enslavement, you're looking around and you're asking, where do I fit in here? I wanted to put forth a more accurate representation. Slavery touched everything in our country. If you are a site in the South from the 18th or 19th century and you're not talking about slavery, there's something wrong. I don't think that American historical sites set out to actively disenfranchise an entire group of people. After the end of slavery, after the Civil War, there was an active movement to mold the way in which slavery is talked about in this country, and it worked. I am telling a story with each layer. I always have the children touch my clothing and ask them, how do you think you would feel if you were wearing this day in and day out? Would you be uncomfortable? How does it feel? Building an entire story around clothing is what I'm really trying to do. Fashion is something that we have in common with people of the past, especially in the African American community. Someone wanting a new pair of shoes in the 19th century is the same sentiment today. I want to look good. When I'm walking on the streets, I get a lot of looks. I feel so empowered to wear these clothing. I think a lot of people are very shocked by this, but I can dress exactly as an ancestor 200 years ago in bondage would have dressed. But I have power today. I have power to put this on, really direct my own terms, how much I'm being paid, where I'm going. If I don't feel comfortable in the interaction, I can leave. If they saw me, I think first my ancestors would be like, what the hell are you doing, child? I think that's exactly what they would say. And then I think they would have a good laugh. I really love the narrative of enslavement, not because I like to see an entire group of people have the boot to their throat, but I think the stories of strength. These are incredible people who did incredible things. They fought and they died and they reached out for their freedom. They survived all this and they survived to help mold this country. Their descendants are still here going strong, and the fact that every day they can step outside with their heads held high, I think that says something. I'm not ashamed to be descendant from an enslaved person. Their strength is running through my veins. I wish that more people would embrace this aspect and not see it as a source of weakness, but strength. Within the past year, I discovered the Harlem burial ground. I leave fruit, lavender. I sometimes just sit and talk with them. They may be a bit lonely. I think we need to say thank you to the people who came before us, as well as honor them. It doesn't have to be religious. A lot of people come to me at historical sites with a lot of baggage, but it's not about me. I think the most challenging part of my job is just simply taking a breath. When I'm talking with someone, pause, don't take it personal, and do my job. As someone who has actively decided to dress up as an enslaved person in the 18th and 19th century, I'm going to interact with people and actively use my platform and use my interpretation to heal and change America.